and Michael Irving, our officiating crew. Duke and Yale going head-to-head. The winner will go to the Sweet 16. Duke controls the tip. 93-85 win over UNCW in the first round. Grayson Allen had 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Duke shot 54% from the field. Ingram, what a way to get started. A triple for the freshman Brandon Ingram.
And you see the body language on Justin Sears, who was guarding him and challenged him. Ingram buried that, and he just shrugged his shoulders, said, oh my goodness.
Yale's first possession. Makai Mason had 31.
His exuberance when he scores, well, I tell you what, on that last play, after hitting that shot, Brandon Ingram said a little something to him to let him know I'm going to be here all night.
Ingram's low-key. Coaching staff has wanted to see more emotion out of him, and they've seen it of late coming into the NCAA tournament. Sherrod takes the baseline. Kick out. Victor gets it back. Sherrod was denied, and Victor finishes for the first points of the day for the Bulldogs.
And you can see Yale wants to attack inside. I think Duke's biggest issue is going to be whether or not they can hold down the scoring. Over the last 3 games, they've averaged giving up about 86 points a game.
Little flip doesn't go for Jones. Into the hands of Makai Mason from Greenfield, Massachusetts. A bump out front. Jones foul.
Justin Sears is not a 3-man, a 2-man. Ingram can play 2 to 3 positions out there, so Sears is going to have his hand full tonight, moving laterally, which big guys have a trouble. Plus, he's not used to playing outside the perimeter defensively.
Yale has won 18 of its last 19 games. They rolled through the Ivy League, 13-1. Sears on a kick. Victor opened up. And it's rebounded by Allen. Grayson Allen, first team All-ACC, picked up by Sears. He fires and connects for 3.
Right now, Yale is switching everything, and when you're a little guy and you have a bigger guy on you, it's easier to get space for your shot. Great job right there by Allen, recognizing it, not bailing out with the jumper, but having enough space to get a comfortable jumper.
The defending national champions in front, 6-2. Mason trip, gives it up. Nice delivery by Sherrod. First game was November the 25th in Durham. 80-61 Duke, but Yale led for most of the first half. Allen over the backboard and out of bounds.
We all saw the layup that Sherrod got right there, even though he missed it. Wants him to make sure he stays vertical, not getting foul trouble.
Plumlee was a force in the first round. 23 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks to lead Duke. Mason against Jones. Victor looks at the clock, sets it up for Sears. Ivy League Player of the Year goes cross court. Dallier, the flip. Anthony Dallier out of Wexford, Pennsylvania. We are tied at 6. Ingram off balance delivery, popped up in the air and cleared by Sears, who averages 7.5 rebounds per game.
And Yale continues to explore, try to look for open opportunities.
It's open for Sherrod.
Transitions is where Yale can excel if they can compete on the glass. And as I mentioned before, Duke's so explosive offensively. Their biggest issue with Yale is going to be, can they stop Yale and not have to trade baskets?
In the first meeting, Yale shot 48% in the first half. But then the wheels came off at Cameron. That's a big sign for Duke that Luke Kennard is ready to play. Kennard's been struggling with that jump shot, and he connects on his first attempt.
I tell you what, he had a great seat watching the game the other night because Coach K put him right next to him, wouldn't let him go to the end of the bench. But that's what you want. He's giving his guys, he gets on his guys, but he gives them confidence as well, as shown by Kennard on that nice jump.
A little special tutoring from Coach K, because he knows he's going to need him.
Extra step there. Large fan support here in Providence.
Yeah, they will, and they also recognize that they're playing a Duke team that is without Emil Jefferson, who averaged 11 points, 10 rebounds, almost 5 offensive rebounds a game while he was playing. He's out for the season, and Duke has had to go through an adjustment in their offense. Before Jefferson was injured, it was only 27, 28% of their offense was a 3-point shooting. Without him, it's almost 37%. So they've spread the floor and had to rely on the 3.
Mason is fouled. Free throws coming.
Then the guys he gets space against, but all you need is a little bit to knock down an open jumper.
And you know, after the 31-point game, you thought he'd come out here firing, but he's doing a great job of letting the game come to him and, in a sense, playing decoy and creating opportunities for others.
He averaged 6 points per game as a freshman in 19 minutes of action, 16.3 as a sophomore, and the clear on-court leader of this Yale squad. Tied at 10 after the 2 free throws by Mason.
Good job there by Sears to stay on his feet against Ingram.
Derek Thornton in for Duke. Ingram, the turnaround. Boy, he looks impressive.
Outstanding defense, but even better offense.
How can you block a shot of a guy with 7'3" wingspan? So tough to do, but just the versatility.
2-point lead for Duke. Just over 5 minutes gone by in this first half. Allen saves it, but Sherrod is there. Dallier lines it up. Off the rim. Rebound secured by Sears. Dallier, same spot. Different result. It's a 3.
I'll tell you what, Justin Sears come to play. He's experienced this Duke team before. And as I said, without Emil Jefferson, he may wind up having an advantage.
Kick out. Kennard. Oh, he's got the touch. Luke Kennard has made his first 2 attempts. And Duke is now 3 of 4 from 3-point territory. This year, Duke has made 313 3-pointers, 3rd most in program history. Contact, offensive foul against Dallier. In. Sam Downey did good, solid work for James Jones when they needed him the other day in the victory over Baylor. Downey's a junior from Lake Forest, Illinois.
It was Downey and Reynolds when Sears and Sherrod went down in foul trouble.
Corner pop, Luke Kennard can't miss.
I think he got that message clear that Coach K wanted him to be aggressive, but more importantly on the defensive end, as you see, it kind of got him started.
Mason tip ball by Kennard.
Comes over there so confident how he catches, squares up, and releases, just lets it flow.
Hard draw by Mason, comes up short on the flip. And the rebound cleaned up by Plumlee. Duke is 7 of 10 from the field. Kennard off the rim. Dallier with the board.
That was a heat check, and I'm sure he just wanted to make sure.
Mason tried the spin move. Allen didn't bite. Sears looking for Makai Mason. 18-13 Duke. Sears crosses over. Off the window, it doesn't go. Plumlee with another board.
But a good move, and he's going to have to use his size, more so his bulk, not his length, in trying to shoot over Ingram.
Thornton, the freshman, drives in and finishes with a left hand. Acceleration from Derek Thornton. He gets around Makai Mason. It's an 8-0 run for Duke.
And no shot blocker in the middle for Yale, so you would expect Duke to really put the ball on the floor and challenge Yale's paint defense.
Yale has held its last 23 opponents to under 50% shooting. Makai Mason too strong. Same team. Ingram knocked it away from Thornton. Another chance here. Count it. Sam Downey filling the lane.
Duke making it difficult by overplaying the passing lanes. Expect Yale to use that against Duke, or to try to later on by dribbling toward the man that's being overplayed, hitting him on the back cut.
21st consecutive NCAA tournament appearance for Duke. Ingram is hit. Went down.
That's why Ingram seems like he should have an advantage offensively, because of his versatility and ball handling.
Brandon Ingram, 20 points in his NCAA tournament debut. Watch live games on your computer, phone, Madness, or download the app today. And Mike Krzyzewski has said, Brandon Ingram, he doesn't pattern his game after anybody. At Duke, to live in the moment, be who you are.
Well, that's common sense to me. You know, you don't want players to do anything beyond what they're capable of doing.
You're exactly right. And the best coaches put their players in positions to succeed, no matter the skill set. So, no, you want to be your own person, not just someone else that's done a great job at the university.
But people like comparisons by nature. They want to hear, who's he like? Oh, Kevin Durant, is he like him? They want to make an attachment of some sort.
You're exactly right. I'm guilty of that, and we do it because the guy looks like someone he shoots or his ball handling is like, but it's just great to know that coach doesn't put that pressure on you to try to be a past Duke great.
Inside out, Sears is off the mark.
And you notice that no one comes out on Sears when he's that far out on the floor. They're not really playing him, recognizing that he's not going to be as harmful to them out there.
It's a 10-2 run. Duke can take a double-digit lead. Ingram directing traffic, 10 on the timeout. Thornton using the Ingram screen. Victor works under it. Jones, dangerous from the corners. The drive. Jones off the back of the iron, cleared by Victor for Yale. A lot of contact, and it's Jones picking up his second foul. He got
down to Springfield, so he can play in some pickup leads with adults bigger and stronger. Create a toughness in him. Guys, this guy will do anything to help his game.
Certainly his game and his name draw attention. Mackay is not a name that you hear all that often.
Well, he was a curiosity in the first game, and it's in a game like this where you etch your name eternally in the annals of the NCAA tournament. And right now, you know, he's allowing the game to come to him, being really dogged by Derek Thornton. He's got to now start to establish himself.
Mason loses his footing. Sherrod puts it up. Doesn't go. The box out by Ingram. Khalid Hani is in for Yale.
And you can keep the pace. Look at this. When Ingram gets a rebound, he can push the ball up. That just adds another ball handler. And with the shooting of Duke, just makes it that much more easier to find a wide open man.
Ingram one-on-one with Sherrod. The back end. Ingram the release. Off the rim. Kept alive by Nick Victor. Excellent rebounding guard at 7.2 per game. Trying to get in some early offense here with Sherrod. Excellent move by Sherrod. It looked like he was going to back it out, but he found a crack along the baseline.
Patience, patience, patience. Didn't rush it, didn't panic, and he allowed the defense to go by him, which created that opening.
Out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, 6'6", 240-pound Brandon Sherrod. Hop step for Allen. That's pretty. Grayson Allen playing under control here in this first half. 7 points on 3 of 4 from the field.
Yeah, Luke Kennard passed up a easy shot to give it to Allen, who again just really wows you with his athleticism and his touch.
Mason drives, double team, deflected. Ingram got a piece.
There's that wingspan of Ingram again. Getting the steal, starting to break for Duke.
Allen a three. Grayson Allen on target. 10 points for Allen. Duke has built an 11-point lead thanks to 5 3-pointers in the first.
Navy's not here.
Navy's not here.
But doesn't he have a son play for no? I mean, you know what's funny about these father-son rivalries?
Yeah, tell me.
I text Grant during the last timeout. I said, I want to see Pops. Where's your dad at? And he said, my dad was too nervous to come to the game because he knew Duke was going to give him a beatdown. So, Calvin Hill, your son's talking trash to you over the airwaves.
On a kick out. Khalid Hani can't hit. Calvin Hill, of course. Now, let's face it, Calvin wore a lot of Duke paraphernalia in his day. But here, it would be the Y. The Y would show up on the shirt if he was here.
He snuggled up on the couch last night.
Calvin Hill, NFL Rookie of the Year in 1969. Grant Hill, NBA Rookie of the Year in 1995. 28-17 Duke. Yale led this one 13-12. Duke on a 16-4 run since. 8.5 to play, first half. Hani gives it up. They give Sherrod the jumper. And it's rebounded by Dallier. Foul called before that release.
Yale, within striking distance, is their offensive rebounding. That's the 4th offensive rebound. They've got 7 second chance points.
Grayson Allen picks up the personal. Sears. Double comes from Plumlee. Mason having a tough time finding openings. Hani. Duke will live with that. Hani shoots it at 35% from long range. Yale is 1 of 7 from 3-point territory. Kennard tried to hook a pass. And a turnover, the first for Duke in this first half.
And that's probably what Mike Krzyzewski had to speak to Luke Kennard about, trying to make too many things happen.
Hani inside. Sherrod. Again, Brandon Sherrod, great feel around the rim.
And great shoulders on his body. That's how he's getting that space inside. He's using that width. He's using that solid base of his to make sure he gets that space. But more importantly, Lynn, like you mentioned, patience in the paint.
He set an NCAA single-season record with 30 consecutive field goals made over 5 games. High percentage shots. Allen is hacked. 28-19, Duke leads it. Grayson Allen at the free throw line. Shoots it at 84%. Send it over.
Peek into that Yale huddle during the last time out. James Jones very calm with his team. The two priorities that came out of it were movement offensively and driving and just getting the ball up on the rim. Their best offense right now is coming off offensive rebounds, and they want to continue that.
That's right. They have 6, and they've gotten 7 second chance points off of that. But I would expect them to really try to get Marshall Plumlee on the move, set some high screens, get him out there trying to hedge, and then get him to move, and then you can get some opportunities in the paint.
Kick it out, Honey. Well, there's a reason why he's wide open, and Duke is allowing him to take those shots from long range. Honey is 0 of 3 from the field.
Right now, Plumlee is just anchored in the middle, and you can't get a lot of drives to the basket, and he's in great position to rebound.
Allen the pull-up. Rebounded by Honey. Last Ivy League team to get to the Sweet 16, Cornell. 2010, they lost to Kentucky and John Wall in Syracuse. Sears, the sweeping move, he can't finish, and Sherrod couldn't grab it.
Sears' passing ability on the last couple of plays allowed for that lane to be open. He's a pretty good ball handler, and he's been getting other guys involved.
Sears hasn't scored. He averages 16 points per game.
I'm looking at the ball handling here. There's a lot of hands going underneath that ball on both sides.
Allen couldn't get the step on Mason. Speed from Thornton to the corner. Kick it out. Ingram cans a triple. The lead is building.
Outstanding ball movement. Duke with outstanding second chance opportunities, but more importantly, their push on that ball movement, getting the spot up shooters, they're probably second in the teams in this tournament as far as that efficiency.
Backdoor pass. Sherrod misses on the first attempt. Sears is in the paint, throws it up towards the rim, and Sears has taken the collar. He is 0 of 4 from the field.
Fortunate they didn't call a foul on Plumlee.
Kennard is smoking hot. Duke extends featured groups, plus highlights and analysis. Watch live on CBSSports.com and Masters.com. 36-19 Duke. Yale opened up 5 of 8 from the field, but the Bulldogs have made just 3 of their last 16 attempts. Victor gives it away. Thornton ahead. Big finish. Grayson Allen soaring through the air.
And right now, if I'm the point guard, I'm going to keep it in my hand. I'm actually not even going to do the play that coach calls. We're going to run a high pick and roll. Let me get someone involved.
Trying to get Sherrod involved. The curl. But the defense has been tough from Duke. Mason has just 2 field goal attempts. And a foul called out front before the shot. Mason coming off.
Transition like that off turnovers. Points off turnovers now have been terrific. Duke has got 10.
A lot of contact there. Trey Fills is
Get you back in the game. The high pick and roll where your best ball handler is in charge of seeing who shoots the ball, whether it's he or other players. That's the way it needs to be right now.
Lob it out to Fills. 38-19. Duke doubling up Yale. Shot clock down to 15. Sears yet to score. Mason has 2 points. Kick out. Victor in and out. 1 and done for Yale. Yale is 1 of 9 from three-point territory. Duke is 7 of 9.
And that inefficiency from beyond the arc just doesn't draw Duke outside as they close off the middle and make it.
They're shooting 31% against Duke. First NCAA tournament win in Yale basketball history. Allen almost turns it over. All the bounces are going Duke's way. Allen, deep 3. Grayson Allen has it stuck in automatic. 17 points. It's all Duke. Mason. He tells Sherrod to leave the area. Ball fake. Kennard gets a piece and a foul called. Some playing experience this year, and Yale gives it away. Matt Jones is back in. 47% of their scoring comes from freshmen. That's the 12th highest percentage in the country. Allen. Oh, that's a bomb! Grayson Allen. 20 points in the first half. And Duke is running away with it against Yale. Victor doesn't have the answer. Rebounded by Kennard.
Guys, if just out of spite now, if I got a guy like Grayson Allen shooting as spectacularly as he is from that spot, I would get up right into his numbers and say, you got to go someplace else, man. You can't.
Allen.
You can't do that.
Well,
you got to get up.
His numbers that time. Allen just says, well,
you got to get closer. Sorry.
22 points for Allen. A near giveaway. Sears' little shove on Kennard. Yale is stuck at 19. Trey Phillips off. Rebounded by Victor. .222 to play in this first half. Mason, the jump shot is there. Makai Mason with his first field goal that ends an 18-0 Duke run.
Again, the other thing is, the guy's burning me. Let's get up and deny and make him go back door or do something, but it's almost too easy.
Ingram off the side of the rim. Makai Mason will push it for Yale. Crosses over, pulls up, gets the roll.
And that's what's going to happen. Sometimes your teammates have to trust you. You can't trust them. The best ball handler, the most efficient. Get hot.
So foot was on the line for Mason. It was a two-pointer. That's what was called during action. And confirmed as they looked at the monitor. Sears is a two-time Ivy League Player of the Year. He has no points and 2 rebounds for Yale.
Sears is having a problem inside with the size. Not only of Plumlee.
Kennard blocked by Phils. Jones has it with 6 to shoot. Here's Allen. Off the front of the rim. If that one went down.
From beyond the arc, and so efficient with the ball movement and finding the open man. You know, there's maybe only one team that's a better spot-up shooting team than Duke, and I don't know what it is, because they come in second in that efficiency from spot-up shooting.
Phil sets it up. Sears gives it up. The stuff for Sherrod.
Sears is going to be regulated to a facilitator now because he doesn't have the size to score inside over Plumlee or over Ingram. That's why you need the ball in the point guard's hands tonight. It's his job tonight to get other guys involved.
Sherrod is the high man for Yale with 10. Activity. Foul called. Half. Sears sits. Blake Reynolds replaces him.
Well, Duke is pretty much neutralized.
Plumlee with the flush.
No excuse ever for there to be a layup or a dunk off of an inbounds play on the basket.
Plumlee, the denial. He gets Makai Mason going to the rim.
I was going to say the Ivy League Player of the Year, Justin Sears, no points, 2 rebounds, on the bench with 2 fouls, and immediately in the out-of-bounds play, Duke goes right at his man.
That was Plumlee's first field goal attempt. Allen, taken away, and a foul on Grayson Allen after
he's in the game. You get in front of that man screening.
And that's why so many teams zone the out-of-bounds plays underneath.
1-and-1. Sherrod missed it, and a foul called as Plumlee picks up the personal 6th team foul on James Jones' squad. Kennard, the trigger man. Plumlee comes to the ball, gets it back to Kennard. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Kennard launches off the mark, but Duke puts up.
You still want to put forth your best effort.
Great ambiance to start this game. New Haven, 105 miles down I-95 in Connecticut, the home of Yale University. Mason, that's an air ball to open up this second half.
Yeah, he got bothered by Matt Jones, who just extended.
Ingram misses on the inside. Kick it out to Allen. 48-25, Duke. Winner advances to Anaheim. Ingram defended by Sherrod. Allen with 7, with 6, drives in, kicks it out. Jones, the jumper, off the rim.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's just a question of pride right there. You know, you're still far off, but if you continue to string things like that and feel better about yourself, who knows?
Dallier can't convert. Offensive board. Sherrod clears it. Make that Sears with the rebound. Sears curls in, and he gets the bucket. First two of the afternoon for Justin Sears.
And I just like what he said. You want to see some energy. He says, come to me. I guess he says, put it on my shoulder. You know, I ran our conference in the Ivy League, trying to do something here at the Big Dance.
48-27 Duke. Plumlee bounces. Ingram pumping bodies. The baby hook is fouled.
Better success on that end. Now offensively, feels like if they share the ball, they'll create better opportunities on that end. Only 5 assists on 25 points at half, guys.
County. Ingram didn't start in the first game against Yale. Actually had some early season struggles. Was just trying to get acclimated to the college game.
Well, he's definitely feeling his way, because I tell you what, think of another player as versatile as him, not just with his size and his length, but being able to extend the floor, shoot threes. And on the last play we saw him post up a much stronger interior defender.
Mason drive and kick. 10 to shoot. Dallier to the hoop. Finishes with a left hand.
That's the challenge. Take it upon yourself. When your opportunity comes, your name is called. You got to make something happen. You don't settle. And again, possession by possession.
There's Ingram on a back in against Sherrod. Repost. Two-man game. Allen. Grayson Allen is a machine. 25 points for Allen. 5 of 7 from three-point territory. Turnaround doesn't go for Sherrod, and it's cleared by Kennard.
I heard Coach K say at halftime he felt like the last few minutes of the first half his team played like they had the lead. Right now they're playing with a sense of urgency, still trying to attack inside.
Now it's going the other way. Luke.
You see Yale get into that high pick and roll, see if they can try to exploit some of the gaps in this man-to-man defense.
Makai Mason has been held in check. 6 points.
Look at the job Matt Jones is doing, getting on top of the screens, keeping Mason from having any airspace to get a shot off. Right there, fortunate to give up the ball and get a bucket.
Sam Downey drains it from long distance. Yale is now 2 of 13 from three-point territory. The curl by Kennard. He switches hands. And a snatch by Plumlee.
Kind of curious why Plumlee's 2 feet from the basket and go right back up.
Ingram drives in with a purpose. Ingram the follow, sticking with the play. Brandon Ingram scores on the interior. 14 for the freshman from Kinston, North Carolina. Dallier gives it up. Just about 4 minutes elapsed in this second half. 54-32 Duke.
Jones doing such a great job of keeping the ball on the side that he wants. Watch when the screen comes up how he fights over. He's doing such a great job on the ball.
Mason over the 6'5" Jones, and he was a factor defensively. Duke at no rush. Grayson Allen normally is pushing the tempo and throwing his body towards the rim. Allen hits the deck. Little shove from Victor on the outside. Ingram. Plumlee, extra effort, couldn't save it cleanly for his own team. Yale takes over. Downey was looking to go high-low, but Sherrod couldn't get the position on Jones. Jones picks up the foul. 3rd time in school history.
Well, I expect that Kentucky-Indiana game to be a fast-paced game, as both of those teams love to push it up and down the floor.
It's the 5th all-time meeting between Duke and Yale. Blue Devils are 4-0 against the Bulldogs. Kick out. Dallier. It's a 3.
You know, as we look into this, if you want to be in the mindset of Yale and want to know what they're thinking it's 5 minutes into the 10-minute mark. Can we try to cut this and have a run? Can we be down 10 with 8 minutes to go and get a little bit of rhythm going? You always feel like you're in it when it's a single-digit game.
And finally, getting up into the face of the shooter.
Victor blocks Allen. That's a wide open look. It's Nick Victor. Back-to-back trays.
And remember how Mike Krzyzewski said that their defense really keyed their offense in the first?
Well, we know that coaches talk, and there's no doubt that Coach Mike Krzyzewski had a conversation with his former standout point guard, Tommy Amaker, now the coach at Harvard, to get a scouting report.
Young team is in moments like this where a team's going to make a run, it goes silent. And in that last huddle, and we have video of it, we'll show you at some point, Marshall Plumlee's the one guy who speaks up for this group, creating that sense of urgency necessary.
It's a 9-2 run, Evan. Allen looking for contact. Victor holds his ground.
And that was a good no call despite the contact. Remember, when you extend beyond, your offensive right.
But this is what senior leadership is for. When you're a freshman, a sophomore, you haven't been in this situation before. Even if you have and you were led by a group of upperclassmen, you still need that leadership.
Absolutely.
That's the story that circulated after game one, that Plumlee at halftime of that game against UNCW, he didn't yell at his teammates to say, hey, what's going on with you? He actually got loud and vocal about his own play, saying, I'm going to step it up, and then the guys followed him.
And a lot of times that's what it is. It's not screaming at guys saying, hey, you guys are playing terrible. It's we're playing bad. We are better than this. We have to believe, and believe me, somebody on Yale's team is saying that now.
Sherrod rocks the rim on a setup by Makai Mason, and Yale is making a run. It's 8-0 Bulldogs, extended 11-2.
That's a double dribble. That was a double dribble.
Kennard to Ingram.
I guess Yale decided to play a little more physical, a little tighter. Now they're going to zone right now on the man-to-man, changing defenses. And this is where a young team like Duke has to grow up.
Ingram splits defenders, hangs, can't convert. And the rebound cleared by Victor. Mason with a head of steam. Spin to the rim, gives it up. Sherrod finishes, and the foul.
Play.
Well, this is where Makai Mason can have impact. He doesn't have to score. If they're going to focus the defense on him, it's up to him to make guys better. And right now, he's starting to get it done.
Duke scoreless in the last 3 minutes and 35 seconds. It's an 11-0 run. Trap coming our way. Out of bounds.
What you need as a player to have good amnesia, and they inspire you to go forward.
And emotion is a fuel in this game.
11-point lead for Duke. They were in cruise control. Simmons! The rock attack! It's a 13-0 run for Yale. It's single digits. Out of bounds.
Sports teaches you not stop believing, though the odds seems like it should encourage them to.
And again, if they took it one possession at a time, each time they came down, made it a point to try to make a stop, and on offense, try and execute. And now they've gotten to a point where they need to continue that.
Kennard. Rejected. Do not go in there on Sears. Jones way off. And a foul. Plumlee the push.
And as he come on the pick and roll down here and see if he can keep getting guys involved.
I was talking about this crowd, man. They have stepped up. My goodness.
Duke is 2 of 13 from the field in the second half. Out front. Dallier gives it up. Mason the penetration and the block. Kennard. There to clean it up is Sears. Sears is open 24 hours.
He's been warned.
Second half, they're still on a run. It's 15-0 Bulldogs. Duke has not scored in the last 4:48 and counting.
And one of the keys is they only have one three-point shot in this half.
They come up on the 11-minute mark. Chris, you mentioned, could Yale get it to under 10 with under 10 minutes to play? They did that and then some.
And now what's next is you see the beautiful drive by Ingram. Can you sustain it? You've used all your energy to get back in the game, but can you sustain your energy while keeping your head about you, making great decisions on both ends?
So that ends the 15-0 run. Ingram just made it look easy for Duke.
Yeah, it is going to be about defense for Yale. If they continue to make a move here, they're going to have to continue to string together some stops, and that's a heck of a thing to do with Brandon Ingram out there.
Victor rejected on the inside, and Plumlee comes away with it.
Brandon Sherrod has to set a screen. There's been several times where the big fellas of Yale have come up to set a screen, but it's just been standing there. They haven't put a body on anyone. You have to get your guard an opening to get some penetration.
Third block for Plumlee. 10 to shoot. Plumlee way outside with 7. Bounce it. Ingram. Turnaround. Short. Uncontested rebound to Victor. Mason. It glances off the hand of Sherrod, saving it to Kennard. Give it up. Jones. Too much. It's an offensive foul.
Mackay.
Jones sits, replaced by Derek Thornton. 10:02 to play. We're in the second half here in Providence. West Regional action, second round, and the winner advances to Anaheim in the Sweet 16. Largest lead was 27 for Duke. 46-19, the Blue Devils led.
Will be in the bonus, as that's the 6th foul for Duke. Yale only has 2 team fouls. You know, getting to that free throw line often enough in the course of a comeback is extraordinarily helpful.
That's the 3rd foul on Derek Thornton. Out on the perimeter, Dallier. Hands to Mason. Sherrod drives in. Sherrod bulldozing his way to the rim.
If you're Duke, Derek Thornton has been a big part of this game. He has 5 assists, no turnovers, a steal. If you're a fan of Duke, you're glad to see him back in the game. Maybe he can give some composure to this young team.
17 for Sherrod. Allen right through the wickets.
Once again, leaving guys open. Too much focus on Mason, and that's beginning to burn the Blue Devils. But on the other end, Plumlee usually sure-handed. That was rare to see him fumble that one.
The paint points in favor of Yale, 26-14. Mackay Mason, no. Sherrod is there for the catch. The clear. Dallier off the rim for 3, and rebounded by Victor. Foul is called.
These people want to know if that was a late call immediately.
Yes.
You can see him in the background with his hand up.
But Nick Victor struggles at the free throw line. 54%, 17 foul against Duke. And Victor misses the front end of the 1-and-1. 56-49. Blue Devils with the lead. Allen, drive and kick. Thornton, the spin move, loses the ball. Kennard had the big first half for Duke. Shake and bake move from Ingram. Put it down low. Contact, the help from Victor. McDonald's All-American for Mike Krzyzewski. And a 67% shooter. Your teams, your highlights. That was the point. Evan Washburn asked Mike Krzyzewski that specifically at halftime. How do you keep your young team focused? It's a concern when you've got guys that are going through this for the...
You can't do that. You're usually lazier when you're ahead. You need to play like you're behind. And Duke right now, not. Yale, the aggressors right now.
But something tells me the Blue Devils got the message. Question is, how good can Yale execute?
Trey Phils is back in for Yale. Sears come with a double team, fights through it. They give Phils the jumper. Rims out. And it's rebounded by Jeter, now in there for Duke.
Sears is out there facilitating like a guard. You got to love it that your coach trusts you to get other guys involved.
Well, Phils right now.
Step in by Dallier. Dallier to the rim. Can't finish it. The follow. Phils comes up short. Mason took a poke to the eye. And a tie-up. Possession arrow goes to Duke. 6 points, 6 assists for Mason. Full court pressure. Allen whips it ahead for Kennard. Plumlee on the bench. Jones on the bench. Both with 4 fouls. Ingram, quick move. Ingram hangs, and he gets the roll. Feathery touch.
Showing more of his skill set now. Going on the post, that left block looking in and going to work.
20 points, 5 rebounds for Ingram.
Duke on the zone right now, changing up their defense with the 2 guys in foul trouble, trying to protect.
Backdoor, fills amongst the trees. Kick it out. Mason is fouled.
That's a better shot, better execute.
Free throw shooter. As mentioned, that first name, unique, Mackay. His parents just were looking for creative names. Well, our names are just kind of regular. We'll go with something fresh. He actually was on the Dan Patrick radio show and said it came down to Mackay or Wolfgang.
We're glad Mackay.
Oh, you like Mackay? So you vote Mackay?
Yeah, I vote Mackay.
I was almost Team Wolfgang. I thought that would have been cool in the NCAA tournament. Wolfgang Mason. But Mackay works. And he's got Yale within 9.
Reading those James Mitchell novels.
Yeah, exactly. Jumper, Ingram. And up high is Mackay.
Wolfgang just went up and grabbed that. Oh, that's right. Mackay just went up.
See, you would have never been able to say up high, Mackay.
Dallier moving around the perimeter. Victor the jumper. Off the back of the iron. Tracked down by Sears. Mason inside. Brandon Sherrod, the throwdown.
Brandon Sherrod, big fella, was lurking in the bushes. Duke totally forgot about him.
60-53. Duke will hit the 6-minute mark of this second half. Allen using the screen from Ingram. Crossover drive. Allen the flip. Gets the bounce. Grayson Allen taking it to the hole.
Watching Grayson Allen in the layup line before the game is so obvious how athletic he is. Put on a dunk show.
Trying to dump it inside. Kick ball.
He was side by side for a moment. As that ball went back outside, Kennard just let him go.
Yale is out rebounded Duke 34-24. Mason's jumper bounces around. Dallier swatted out of there by Plumlee. His 4th rejection for Duke.
You got to go stronger than that.
5.5 to play. Duke leads by 9. Ingram hands to Allen. Pump fake on a 3. Kick it out. Thornton back of the iron. Same team, and it's Sherrod controlling it. He's got 19 points, 7 rebounds for Yale.
How about this Ingram at the top of the zone? His 7'3" wingspan, giving the guards a problem of spacing.
Sherrod, double team, gets rid of it. Dallier gives it up. Sherrod find the open man. 8 to shoot. Keep the ball moving. Sears, shot clock winding down. Rejected. Plumlee was a bit indecisive whether to shoot, whether to pass. This one cost him, as Plumlee is a tree in there at 7 foot 250.
You know, in this day and age, we used to call a telegraph in the past. What do you call it now?
Yeah, the telegraph. Do they exist?
Telegraph, yeah.
You're texting a pass? 62-53 Duke. Jones stripped to the ball. Jones saves it. Thornton around the baseline. They're going to run out of time. Ingram fires it up. And a shot clock violation again.
This run, get the ball in Mason's hand and let him get at the top of the pick and roll. Well, it's not that easy to say, because now you have a 7-footer at the top of the key in your zone. Ingram.
There's the alley-oop. Looking to be caught.
High pass. Mason straddles that sideline. That one's too high for Nick Victor.
Both Sears and Sherrod are capable of catching it. They didn't even look at it, and a couple times they had an angle where they could have just thrown it up towards the rim.
Duke trying to bring the lead back to double figures. We are under the 4-minute mark of this second half. Blue Devils in no rush. Shot clock down to 10. Ingram looking high-low. Plumlee, the entry, the kick out. Ingram fires the 3. He's got it.
Unfortunate there, no three-point call, no 3-second call. But great pass, great awareness by Plumlee, getting it back out.
23 for Ingram. 65-53 Blue Devils. Dallier gives it up, baseline. And the follow is good from Sears off the miss by Victor.
Let's, fellas, let's give everything and leave it out here on the floor. More specifically, it's about how to break that zone when we get the ball.
The final 3 minutes and change. Winner advances to Anaheim in the Sweet 16.
Duke, like you say, in no hurry, taking all the air out of the ball. And then going to their go-to man, unstoppable.
Ingram couldn't get it to go on the inside, and Mason brings it across quickly for Yale. Dallier, outside Sherrod. He knocks it down. 21 points for the senior Brandon Sherrod. Also has 7 rebounds. You can take the air out of the ball, but it could take you out of your rhythm. Allen waiting for instructions from Coach Krzyzewski. 12 to shoot. Allen slips down. We saw that last round. And a turnover. Victor gives it up. Sears juggles it.
Guys have to understand who they are. And Nick Victor, a hustler, a guy who does a terrific job with effort, is not a ball handler.
65-57. A giveaway. Duke turns it over. Under 2 minutes to play. Kickball off of Allen.
Right now, Ingram at the top of Duke's press is intimidating the guards of Yale. They to the middle gap where that man can make the pass to the big down low.
But what they have to do, they just have to get past him.
Yes.
Off the bounce, and once they can get into the interior of that half-court pressure. And he has 4 fouls, but he also has 4 blocks. That's been the trade-off for Mike Krzyzewski. Dallier is fouled out front. What's going on here? Dallier only shoots it, though, at 58%. Has not shot a free throw today. He's got it.
See, almost like a play if they can go and just will their way to rebound it.
2 out of 2 for Dallier. 65-59.
Did you guys think when Yale was down 27 we'd have a 2-possession game?
I did. You guys laughed at me.
I did not. It's a 6-point lead for Duke. Yale has scored the last 6 points. A minute and a half to play. 12 to shoot. Ingram, jab step, the drive. Ingram short. Rebounded by Victor. Yale in transition. Duke gets back. Mason backs it out. The curl. Double team comes. Mason lines it up. Off the rim. Sears with a rebound, and a foul is called.
Wait, the fact that he's sitting on the bench.
Yeah, Matt Jones was the guy who pretty much took Makai Mason out of this game offensively.
As we know, Duke has a slim rotation. Sears hits the free throw. It's a 7-0 run for Yale. And a second free throw here for Plainfield, New Jersey's Justin Sears. This is a 4-point game. Thanks to an 8-0 run. The crowd erupts in Providence. We hit 1 minute to play. And Thornton
there for a half a count or two because you want the ball to get into the corners as a defensive player so you can trap it.
You're right. That was no man's land right there.
Allen almost lost the basketball. Duke gets it across, and there's another foul on Mason. 53-point give for Yale.
But they wanted to be in this position because this is going to allow them to extend the game. You can't foul probably the best foul shooter.
You really don't have to be extra aggressive. You don't want to give one away with a stupid foul.
89%. Luke Kennard, 1-and-1. He gets the roll. Kennard had done all of his damage in the first half. His first points of the second half as he drains a pair.
But against the zone, if you can push the ball and get some penetration, you've got an option. Go to the basket hard, because then if you get fouled, you're in the double bonus, or you can kick it as the zone contracts.
Dallier to Sears. They got 43 seconds left. Sears inside Sherrod. He's fouled. Points, 7 boards, 1 of 2 at the free throw line today. First one's good. It's a 5-point game. The clock.
If you're Duke, you must box out.
Off the rim. Oh! Poked in!
You were right. See, Webb?
You were right. They make us look good sometimes, don't they?
Justin Sears gets credit for it. It's a 4-point game. Kennard, 3 defenders in the area. Gets it ahead. Ingram is fouled at midcourt. And free throw is 6 of 7 at the free throw line. 23 points. He knocks it down. 33.5.
An pressure situation, so if you do advance, he'll be much more comfortable even the next time he's up at the line.
Second one is good. Duke 69, Yale 64. 30 seconds left. Mason using the screen.
Duke has pretty much gone man-to-man now. They've come out of that zone.
Back door, extra feed. Sherrod can't lay it in. Plumlee clears it. We're down to 17 seconds left. Yale forced to give the foul. 59%. Sometimes it's in the back of your mind. Maybe I don't want to go to the free throw line.
And that is one of the shames of the college game today.
Ingram misses at the strike. The door is still open. 13 seconds left. Long three, way off by Mason. Allen is fouled with 8.2.
From Matt Jones, and outstanding team defense against him, 2 of 12. That freed other guys, but Mason didn't have anywhere near the game he had against Baylor. 0 for 5 from beyond the arc.
As a team, Yale has
Coach K has had extra coaching time, almost like practice sessions with this team, because they've been put in positions that they're going to be put in later on, and that experience could pay off later for Duke.
Duke 71, Yale 64. And the final seconds here in Providence. Catch and shoot. Reynolds got blocked. And that's it.